already started recording. Yeah, he'll just edit it.
No, just take it down. No, it's not centered.
Kinda nice, okay.
Alright. You're
Great,
fucking up
what?
the intro. Get comfy.
Because it's spooky night.
Spooky night. We gotta find a better way to break that up. I'm sorry. Okay,
Hi.
good afternoon, evening, morning, everybody.
That's very inclusive.
Yes.
I didn't think about that.
So, we have a few things that we would like to discuss with you guys today.
Ew, you made it seem like a fucking... She is a manager fucking mode. It's episode 3 and hot takes. Even though last episode was kind of hot takes too.
No,
little
that was
bit.
just like cereal and soda and shit.
It was a little bit of hot takes.
A little bit, but no, here with actual hot takes, we're gonna discuss them, talk about things, give our opinions, and we'll see where it goes from there.
No,
A lot of adjusting going on.
sorry. It's bothering me.
So we should just get right into it.
Yeah.
So, hot take number 1.
A list.
Got my list. Is cereal a soup?
No.
I was trying to burp. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I feel like yes and no. I want to lean towards no, but there are cold soups.
That's why I'm saying yes.
When I think soup, I think like lentils.
But that's
chicken,
when you think.
noodles.
That's like
Lentils
what.
is the first soup that comes to
That,
mind.
for real. But like, that's
Well,
what's associated
that was not
with
in
soup.
order. I was just like ingredients.
That is what is associated with soup.
Yeah, I don't
There
think
are cold
fucking
soups.
milk.
Gazpacho.
Okay, here's the thing. I think what differentiates it is most soup is like a broth or like water
Milk
based.
could be a broth.
Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck has milk broth?
Hold on, wait, there's a soup that has milk in it. Tomato soup, you put milk in that.
Well, like cream.
It's
But
like
Same shit from a cow.
it's just not. It's just not milk.
Okay,
And
but
then fucking like a wheat, you know, like
what?
Cheerios or whatever. Like
So?
that's not a fucking cereal.
That's like,
I mean, that's not a
like
soup.
the circle soup. Just cold and with milk.
no.
Yes. I
Okay.
think cereal's a soup. Y'all just need to open your minds.
I feel it only qualifies as a soup if the cereal is a circle. Like if it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that's not a soup.
So what
Because
is
they're
it?
square.
It's
cereal.
cereal.
They can have square soup.
Okay, you
What-
consider
what is
Lucky
square in a
Charms.
soup?
Like, obviously someone wouldn't call cereal a soup,
Okay, but
right? Because it's cereal. We all
It's
know
not
it is
even
cereal.
categorized
But like,
as
let's
soup.
just say someone didn't know what cereal was. Like, let's just say you were looking at cereal for the first time. You didn't know what it was. You would think that it's a soup. It looks like a soup. It's just cold. But
dessert soup?
you associate
Is
it
it
with
sweet?
cereal because you know what cereal is.
No, don't.
If you were to look at cereal, you would
Maybe
think
you can
it's a soup.
relate it to a soup, but just because it's common, you know, shares, it's compatible or whatever the word is.
They're
It's
in the
not
same
fucking-
family. But
Okay,
like,
it's like
if you
saying a
didn't
wolf-
know what cereal
like
was,
a
you would
wolf-
say it's a
A
soup.
wolf and a dog. Separate species.
Canines.
Same
similar.
category.
Canines.
Similar category.
Separate species. Similar.
But that's an animal, it's not a food.
Okay, same thing with fucking food.
You know, people refer to oatmeal as hot cereal.
See, that's different because oatmeal doesn't really have like it doesn't have a liquid.
Yeah, but you put
Oatmeal
liquid in it.
is more like
I'm thinking about that
grits.
one. I can kind of see it as a
You put
hot
liquid in
cereal.
it.
No,
to
yeah, you
cook
do,
it.
but it gets
I'd
You know.
call
But some people,
oatmeal
it
hot
like a little
cereal.
runny.
you call.
I would call oatmeal hot
hot
cereal.
But I wouldn't call hot cereal a soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would never call oatmeal a soup.
So
'Cause-
exactly, if oatmeal
No,
can be
oatmeal
a cereal,
doesn't
it can't
have-
be a soup.
No, but cereal is
Cereal
not
can't
its
be a
own
soup.
food family,
I think it is.
and oatmeal does not have any liquid in it, so it can't be a soup.
Yeah, but it
Cereal,
can
on
be
the
a
other
cereal.
hand, I don't think it is personally.
Get the fuck out. Next topic.
Okay. Is a hot dog a sandwich or a taco?
I'd call it a taco.
I would also call
I
it
would
a
also
taco.
call it a taco.
Okay.
But-
Okay,
Really
quick
well.
argument.
You can also argue that it's like a sandwich, like a hero.
True. Like a meatball sub.
Yeah.
Okay, but the think
I
about how the
low-key
bread
think it's
is.
both.
Like, it's like different.
Actually, you know
And a
what?
hot
I'm gonna
dog-
change my answer, low-key. I think it's a sandwich.
I think it's a taco.
I think it's a sandwich. I think it's just like a sideways sandwich because think about it. With a taco, you specifically need to use like a tortilla or like a taco shell. You don't use regular bread for a taco.
Yeah, but you
you
still
never
got-
would.
Yeah, but you still kind of eat it the same way. Like the same way you put stuff in a taco, like you put lettuce.
Yeah,
you put
yeah,
cheese,
no,
you
that's
put
true.
Ketchup, you put mustard.
Yeah, the way you prepare it.
And like I don't eat a taco.
But you prepare a burger like that too, and a burger's not a taco. A burger's like a sandwich.
Yeah, I guess a hot dog's a sandwich.
I would consider it a
It's a
sandwich
taco.
because specifically because of the bread thing.
Yeah,
And
because
because
of the bread thing.
yeah, the bread, because you don't use regular bread for a taco. You never would.
Yeah.
Just like you would never use a taco sauce for a sandwich.
I think she's right. You won me over on that one.
I
I'll
think
go
so
with
too.
taco.
I'm going with sandwich.
I'm going with sandwich.
2 for 1, bro. All right. Now, what is your favorite donut? Donut. Donut.
Oh, I actually have them. Right here.
Those are your favorite
Yeah,
donuts.
Fucking nasty.
But specifically the Entenmann's ones. Like,
Like,
Jelly.
okay, but what if it's like a regular powdered
Jelly
donut?
glazed
no.
donut.
We were having this discussion before, and I said that I was gonna grease the fuck out of her when she said jelly glazed. Because don't call it jelly glazed, just call it jelly. Who says jelly glazed?
I feel like there are donuts out there that are jelly, but not glazed.
But it doesn't matter, it tastes the same.
No,
And no,
want
I have
that
never
glazed.
seen a jelly donut that wasn't glazed.
They have powdered jellies.
Yeah.
Same shit, bro. It's just
So
jelly.
you can't just say jelly because there's powdered
But
jellies,
just say
there's
jelly.
glazed
Who
jellies.
differentiates the jelly?
There's
Yeah.
different types of
But
jelly
you would
donuts.
never. Who cares which one?
Okay, regardless of how you would like to name it, jelly glazed donut.
All right, so
That's
I
my
like
favorite.
powdered raspberry square jelly donuts. Since
There-
we're being specific.
Specific.
I like the chocolate glazed donut from Dunkin', but not like the chocolate frosting, like chocolate glaze.
See, you have
Like-
to be specific with
like
glaze.
the one that they have the munchkins of.
Oh yeah,
Those are
like
pretty
the
good.
glazed chocolate.
Yeah.
Those are good. I tried a donut from Dunkin' Donuts. It was like a blueberry glazed donut.
I've had it.
It was
Why didn't you
gas.
have blueberry
Shit was
donut?
fire. Because that's different. Because think about it. If you have like an old fashioned donut, that's literally just like a donut,
I'll never
and then
eat
you have a
old-fashioned.
glazed donut. There is a difference. But with jelly,
I'm
They're
99%
usually
sure there are
glazed.
jelly donuts that aren't glazed.
no, yeah, there are,
They're
but
powdered.
usually they're glazed. Usually. But the jelly donuts from Krispy Kreme are really good. People usually
I feel
get.
like Krispy Kreme's a little over. Like the donuts are really good. Don't get me wrong, but when you hold them, so much of the fucking what is it? The glaze just like gets on you. Like that shit's just dripping, man.
I feel like I can't just eat a glazed donut from everywhere because I hate like a wet glaze.
I hate a wet glaze too.
Like the way it's.
I like how
sweaty,
Dunkin' Donuts
I
does
hate
the
it.
glaze. I like
feel
how it's, like,
Krispy
dry.
Kreme does that. Krispy Kreme
Yeah,
does
no,
sweaty
but
donuts.
with
they're
their,
really good though.
with their jelly donuts,
I'm not trying to eat
they're
a wet
fucking
donut.
fire. They're good. they're really good. The jelly donuts from Krispy Kreme.
Well, what do you like, Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts more?
Dunkin' just well
I don't really know much.
only
of Krispy Kreme,
only
to be
Dunkin' just
honest.
because I get Dunkin' more often, but also I feel like Dunkin' has more of a variety.
I love that cinnamon raisin.
But
bagel
here's
from
the
Dunkin'.
problem with Dunkin' is that Dunkin's hit or miss.
I agree.
Like it's either like oh my god the best donut, the best coffee of your life,
Yeah.
or
Or
it's
dog
absolute
shit.
dog
Yeah.
shit. Like there's no in between. Which with Krispy Kreme, it's pretty much the same quality every time. So if I was getting like donuts for like a party or like a group or something like that, if I was near a Krispy Kreme, I'd probably go to Krispy Kreme just because
I'd probably get
I wouldn't
12,
have the
you know.
fear of like my donuts being shitty. But I don't know.
I don't know, a dozen donuts from Dunkin' isn't terrible.
Yeah,
though.
but if
But
the
Krispy
donuts are
Kreme
like
hits-
stale and gross.
Krispy Kreme hits more, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's more
exactly.
consistent.
Yeah, and
I'd
for
say
like
that.
for like a group, it's nice to have it.
All right, next one.
Okay, the next question is very New York specific.
I don't even remember what the question was.
So, do you call it the
Oh.
LIRR, the LIRR, or the lur?
We'll start this off by saying that I call it the lure, and I will always call it the lure.
Why the
Honestly,
lur?
I just call it the
Because-
Long Island Railroad.
No, that's too long.
What? No.
Or the LIR. I don't go LIRR.
The Long Island Road.
I just feel like it's
Road.
common fucking sense
What?
to just know what I'm talking about. Get on the LIR, and then there you go.
I usually say LIRR.
That is ridiculous.
No, I don't think it is.
Get on the LIRR.
Yeah, it's a double R. LIRR.
Today?
Get on the
Get on the lure.
Yeah.
No, fuck the lure, bro. The lure
I love
The
it.
is some
LIR
crazy
squared.
behavior.
I
LIR
love,
squared.
I love to sound things out phonetically, like if at work.
Lure. Do you say the LIE? Lie? Get on the lie?
No.
I say the LA.
I just say the LIE.
I say the
I
LA.
don't say that.
Expressway.
I
You
know.
don't say it.
She just doesn't associate with
So
the
if you had
LIE.
to say it, you would say
Get on the
get
Long
on
Island
get on
Expressway.
Get on that.
that highway.
That goes, get on the highway that goes to Long Island.
Get on that.
Like when we have to go to intimates at work, I'll be like they need us in the lingerie section.
No fucking way.
I'm so
Shut
dead
up.
ass.
I think it would have been funnier if you said like the licorice section or something,
No.
but the lingerie
And I heard
is
like
insane.
well,
She says the underwears.
no, I heard say it the other day too. She said lingering, and I was like, I felt so
Mhm.
seen.
That's ridiculous.
No, whenever we have to go to intimate, she's like,
Lingerie.
I don't want to go to the fucking underwear.
That's what she says.
I hate working on underwears. You just fucking. That's the worst thing about retail. You just be touching nasty shit.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
disgusting.
god.
Okay.
The one I found the other day that was dirty.
Oh my god, no, but that shit was disgusting.
Underwear.
That was
like a
the
piss
worst,
stain on
like
it.
arguably worse than the mold pants.
I forgot about the mold
The
pants.
mold pants scarred me. That I opened the bag.
You opened the bag, you inhaled
there
that
was
shit.
just
She's gonna start The
mold
Last
in
of
the
Us, bro.
bag.
She got fungus growing in there and everything.
It was like
We
a
have to
year
have
ago.
A segment of this where we just talk about terrible work experiences.
Yeah.
Alright, we can do that later. We'll
Okay.
be back.
The next question I'm gonna relate to the one we were just talking about in terms of like pronouncing things. How do you pronounce GIF?
GIF.
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 It's a
GIF
G.
GIF
It's
sounds
a
dumb,
fucking
bro.
G.
You don't say giraffe.
Giraffe.
Alright, well you don't say gorilla.
No, but
Why'd that take time?
gorilla
Because
is a G.
G-O.
Oh, that's a hard G. Giraffe is GI.
They're both
No,
fucking
giraffe,
vowels.
No, but
Makes
it's a
more
different.
sense.
It's a different sound. Like for example, in Italian,
Here she goes.
when there's an O after, the consonant is a hard sound. So you would say like grape or like
I don't give a fuck.
cat.
It's GIF.
But if it's an E or an I, it makes a soft sound. So it would be like, like giraffe or like cherry. You know. But so I would say GIF.
Next.
Okay. Okay, some favorite. Okay,
Sorry.
some of your favorite smells.
Where the fuck did... That's a question you came up with?
Yeah, Raina agreed.
Okay,
I like lavender and vanilla.
I kind of want to talk about my least favorite smell.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say
Onions.
a favorite smell that I
love
have
onions,
that is
but not
really
when it just smells on
strange.
people.
What? That was not the topic. I said favorite.
She went to least favorite.
Favorite is the topic. So Raina,
Okay, yes.
one more time. What is your favorite smell?
I don't really have like a favorite smell. I want to say like I like the smell of like bakery things, like cookies
So, like,
and stuff like
That's
that.
it. Okay, yeah.
Like you know, like the smell like sugar cookie, like
Yeast, pretty much.
There's a
Being
smell
cooked.
that I have that's
the
really
smell of
weird.
it.
It's not necessarily my favorite smell,
bread.
but it's
Yeah.
a smell that I really enjoy. So, you know when you have like a really old air conditioner and you
Yeah.
turn it on and you're like right in front of the air conditioner?
I know what you're talking about, and I don't know how to explain
That
that
smell is fucking
The
fire.
only way I can explain it is it
Cold.
smells cold.
No,
Yeah,
it's like,
that's
but like
the
in
only
a
way.
really old one.
I know what you mean.
Kind of like an old.
It,
Bible.
My
okay,
AC
in a
does
way,
that.
it smells like mildew, but like in a good way.
Okay,
in
here's
a good way.
my favorite smell. I have two. My garage, because it smells like
I
gasoline,
hate
but
the way
not
that
heavy
smells.
gasoline, but a nice like car smell. I love the smell in my basement. I love the smell in my basement too.
Okay, I also do have a really weird smell that I like. These stores don't exist anymore, but I used to really like to smell Payless.
Payless smells good.
Like
I don't
I
remember
agree
being
with
in
you.
Payless in
Payless
so
smells
long.
good.
No, I always used to have like traumatic moments in Payless. Like it was so stressful buying shoes in Payless. Like I
The
swear to
Payless
God,
drama.
like I always used to have to buy like dress shoes for my concerts for band, and I was like fucking terrified to go into Payless. I was sweating profusely, fucking walking down those aisles, all like, jump for me. You know, like, I hate it. Like, I'm
That's
traumatized. Yeah, bro.
I
Shoe
understand.
shopping's something scary when I was
used to love
younger.
it.
Nah, I
I
hated
like the
it.
smell of Payless or like a Fabco.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been on Fabco.
They have one
There's
still.
on, like 50-something street. over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I haven't-
no,
I've never
18th
been
Avenue, they
there.
have one still. And I think 86th Street.
Yeah, that's fine.
What was I gonna say? I also really like the smell of like fresh cut grass and popcorn.
Popcorn gets too much sometimes.
I like the
Fresh
smell of
cut grass
popcorn.
is an absolute no for me.
Yeah,
What?
allergies.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I just hate it. Like it smells like bad limes.
Yeah,
I
like the
hate
smell of fresh cut
I
grass.
hate the smell of gasoline. I
I
can't
love it.
stand
I
it.
kind of like the smell of
Bro.
dirt.
When I was a kid, I used to like stand.
Dirt.
Dirty. No, like just like pick up some dirt. Nature.
That's disgusting.
I don't actually do that.
It's
I'm
gonna
just
get a worm
saying.
in your
When I would
nostril,
go to
bro.
like on hikes or something, and there's a lot of dirt. You smell the
Hikes.
dirt.
When you going on a hike?
I was in summer camp.
I used to like stand behind buses to smell the gas smell.
You were getting high. Yo, that bitch was
I
getting
didn't
high.
hit.
Mm-mm.
No.
I told you they're
Oh,
ass.
this is
Mm.
the donut.
No, it was good.
Okay.
Well,
I was
think
talking
they're
about
boring.
gas
gasoline. Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say? I like the smell of. I don't remember.
In terms of like normal smells, I just like vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla
Oh,
lavender.
I like how Sephora smells.
I like
No,
the
it gives me a
smell
headache.
of clean laundry.
Oh
too.
yeah, especially
Laundry
like a
washing.
Tide Pod.
Mm-hmm.
Tide
Me
Pod's
too.
nice.
That fresh linen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
nice.
nice.
I like the smell of coffee too.
Yo, I'm like
Coffee brown. is
itching
good.
again, bro.
Oh my god.
What the fuck's going on?
I hate the smell of, like, specific, like, if I'm going into candles, like, cinnamon apple. Well, like, I don't even know why
There's
that
too many of
exists
like the
anymore.
sugary candle smells that are just like too much. You know what? I really like the smell of your Mount Everest candle that you don't have anymore. The one that would burn really bad.
Oh yeah, the Yankee Candle one.
Yeah, that has a nice
Mhm.
smelling
The
candle.
gingerbread's also a terrible smell.
Yeah,
Or like sugar cookie, like any of that shit. I hate.
I like it.
It's too much, man. I'd be having an asthma attack.
All right.
Next.
Wait, what was your least favorite smell that you wanted to talk about?
I don't remember.
Oh,
You
yeah,
remember
she
your
tried,
least favorite
yeah.
smell?
I don't.
Okay.
But we did talk about onions briefly. It was funny.
All right. Controversial one. Controversial. Does toilet paper go over or under the holder?
3, 2, 1.
Over.
Okay. You
Gonna
have
say
it under.
I have it over.
No, it's under in your house.
I didn't do that shit though.
Okay, I was wondering. But yeah, over, because you put your hand on it and you pull it.
No, that would be under.
No.
Wait, you pull it from the bottom?
No, the top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you put your hand on it and you just rip that piece.
Yeah, you're right.
Put your hand on it, Trippin'?
You
I
just be
pull,
ripping
and
one
then I just-
piece. Yeah, I just
no,
be
like a roll, but I don't know. I put my
No,
hand
yeah,
on it.
I like roll it and then just like rip
Roll
it
it.
from the side.
How many squares are you using, like, minimum?
Probably like 3.
I got some pretty good toilet paper, so I
3?
use like 2.
3, 2, yeah.
My toilet paper was fucking sucked that I used, like, 7.
What?
Okay, with my
No,
type of
that's why,
toilet
bro.
paper, I'd be having to wrap around my hand a couple times.
No. I honestly think that it is so important to invest in good toilet paper.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm very like adamant about this because you waste more money going through like so many rolls of cheap toilet paper and you have to buy toilet paper more often rather if you just buy good toilet paper. Like I think I have like Charmin or some shit in the bathroom
Charmin's
right now.
really good.
Cause like that toilet paper is nice. Like you only need like 1 or 2 sheets like to get the job. Like buying cheap toilet paper, you just waste so much.
I
when
already
you
say,
get
I
it.
don't wipe my ass with toilet paper. Like, I use baby wipes only.
Well, no, I do baby
Both.
wipe and then toilet paper
To
to
dry
dry it. You don't be drying it?
No. It don't be getting wet like that, yo.
You don't be using what, you use dry with baby wipes?
No, but I'm not, like, leaking out my fucking ass.
Well,
Like, the
obviously
fuck?
not, but you don't want to be damp because then it's gonna like.
Bro, I feel like the air dries that shit enough.
No, it's a dark place. Like it's gonna like attracts bacteria if it's wet and dark.
I don't know, my ass been pretty fine.
Alright, bro. Whatever you say. Anyway, this is the last one. Is ketchup a jam?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
It is because a tomato is a fruit
I don't give a fuck what a tomato is.
and
Ketchup's
ketchup
not
is
jam.
a jam.
I feel like a jam has to be thick.
No, it doesn't. That's just, it's the same shit with the cereal. Y'all are
And
closed-minded
with
as hell.
jam, you apply it. Okay, ketchup you can apply, but you can also dip.
No,
you don't fucking
yes, you
dip
can.
anything into
The
jam.
jam that comes in the squeezy bottles.
What the fuck you dipping that with?
You can. A French toast stick, maybe? Or, like, if you cut your toast up into strips.
Who does that?
You could. Who
What are you,
said
2 years old?
You could. I'm not saying I do, but you could. Like, you put
No.
ketchup on a burger, you apply it. You don't, like, dip it.
The
I mean,
only
you
thing
could,
I
but
dip into ketchup is like French fries and hot dogs.
anything
Chicken.
else, you put it
Chicken.
on it, though. Like, if you're eating a sandwich, just like if you're eating, like, toast, or like a toast
Okay, but
sandwich,
you
I
don't
guess.
dip fucking jam into anything.
But
unless
you don't
an
need
idiot.
to dip ketchup. Maybe you don't
I
like your
feel
fries
like
with ketchup.
A jam is only
a
applied. It's a
spreadable
spread.
thing.
Like
Mhm.
butter or cream cheese. It's a spread. You don't fucking dip.
Mm-mm.
Like ketchup's in the same place as ranch, sour cream, barbecue
Who's
sauce.
stopping you from dipping
Myself.
something into jam, though?
The God. God did not make ketchup and say, let it be jam.
God created ketchup.
But not to be jam.
No. I disagree.
You're wrong.
I
My
don't
stomach
think it
hurts.
is. Like,
Oh.
I don't know. I just say no.
I say no too. Was that all the list? Is the list over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh wait, we were gonna revisit a topic. Work.
Oh, like
I want
that
to talk
works
about our
with-
Target trip first, though.
Oh yeah, guys, we went to Target.
No, we didn't go to Target. We went to ShopRite.
We took it and ran.
We went to ShopRite.
We did a late night snack run.
Mm-hmm.
And when we came back, our parking was still here, so it was a success, I think.
Yeah, we were gonna. Raven brought up towards the end of our shopping experience that we should have vlogged it. So maybe some Pookie vlogs will be coming.
We should do Pookie vlogs.
Mm-hmm.
We're also going away this weekend somewhere, with like me and
For
Raina's
Easter.
boyfriend, and my family. So, and our editor.
And her boyfriend. And her brother. Oh, you said your family?
Yeah,
I thought you pointed at me when you said my boyfriend.
Christina's ex-boyfriend. And yeah, so we might like do a podcast with them. We're not 100% sure yet. We're gonna see. I want to like get. You should bring that game, the Hot Takes game, and we could all play it.
And
Or-
illustrations. I'm telling you, when I
Uh-huh.
buy it for you guys, it's literally the
Yeah,
funniest fucking game.
like we might do like a little
I'm
vlog.
gonna bring Exploding Kitten and stuff.
Oh,
I bought
yeah,
it.
Exploding
It was
Kitten's
so fun.
fun.
I have it.
We have
Yeah,
the
but she's gonna
zombie
bring
one.
her. Yeah, she's
Oh.
got add-ons.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I want to be wholesome.
I still
Yeah.
don't know how to play that game.
It's
so
really
fun.
fun.
I was so
we gotta
plastered.
get drinks too.
Yeah, we're gonna get them.
Okay, so
We'll go to the beer
you know,
store.
let's talk PA. Well,
I was
you know where we're going.
I was so plastered when y'all were playing that
I
game.
know.
I don't remember like a single moment.
It was
I
so
was not
fun.
happy that day to get drunk. Like I was, we had terrible drinks. I was like, I hate Trulies.
Wait, no,
Let's
that
talk
wasn't the
alcohol.
Super Bowl.
Claire's the only person I know who wakes up to throw up and then goes back to sleep.
You've done that twice. Well, I don't know if you were there the
I
PA time she
wasn't.
did.
I wasn't there either time.
It was my
Yo.
brother's graduation.
Yeah, so she woke up and
I
like
don't
the
wanna
two
see
people
it.
who were there too. Like we had trays that everybody who was drinking just in case they threw up. and-
Because Justin threw up.
Yeah, that's why we had trays. So she sat up, and they like fucking like alley-ooped it. It was an assist, bro. They fucking passed it to each other to land it in front of Claire, and then it landed perfect. Yo, it looked like cat puke. And then
I had lasagna, penne vodka.
And then I remember like fucking everyone's in the back smoking or something. I like get up and I'm like I'm about to go, and I see the light on in the bathroom, and I just get a load of your father's crack. He's like bent over in the shower cleaning the puke out of the tray, and I
He was
just look.
helping me.
I'm like half dazed. I'm a little drunk, and I just look and I just like. And I just walked out with that. I just
Nah,
got a
honestly,
fistful of crack.
like, I barely remember throwing up. I was knocked out, like, cold. I woke up to puke and just went immediately back to bed. I don't know how,
I
like,
came so close to puking that day because I had two people puke, witnessed both of them, had near me the smell of puke. It was just, I don't know how the fuck I didn't throw up. I felt sick after.
yeah.
It's terrible.
Nah, Justin, he threw up mad early. It was definitely from,
Yeah, and he
like,
brushed his teeth like twice and
partially
still
the
stunk of
lasagna,
puke.
though. partially
It was
those
terrible.
are.
Like that puke was just.
I
Not
don't even want to hear
leaving,
it. You
man.
have like such a heightened sense of smell.
bro.
Like literally anything, like someone could like
It's my Juno.
do something a mile away and
I'll
you're
smell
smelling it.
I'll
like,
smell it.
can never get away with nothing, bro. Like if she would be
You know
the
what?
best cop.
From
She would be the best cop. Someone could be smoking weed like 4 miles away. She'd be like, "Oh my god, I smell weed," and she would sniff it down with her nose.
Yeah,
It's
that's
crazy.
Why, that's why you can't be subtle. So in
Can't get away with
fucking-
nothing,
in
bro.
ShopRite, she was dropping bombs,
toots, bro. Meanwhile, I was the one smelling them first.
It was the Chipotle.
Cause she would go near you and do it.
I
It was
know.
the Chipotle.
But there was one time,
yo.
like we went to ShopRite and we bought ice cream.
Mhm.
And we come back and we're making the ice cream, and Claire like walks out to the hallway, and then she comes back, and I looked at her, I was like, "Did you fart?" And she goes, "I did it in the hallway."
I did, bro. I did it in the
She
hall,
brought it back in.
and it still traveled. I don't
It must have been
understand.
connected to your ass when you came back into the
Connected.
room.
That shit was like a string.
Terrible. All right, I have some Reddit stories. These are specifically, am I the asshole stories.
Fire.
So, only I know about them. I didn't read it to them yet. So this is gonna be the raw reaction. So there's the first one. I don't have the title because I screenshotted it and it's cropped.
Okay.
Okay. I, 31 female, am pregnant with a girl. My husband, 33, has a younger brother, 31, who he's very close to. However, I recently told my husband that I don't feel comfortable with the idea of his brother spending much time with my daughter once she's born. It's not because of my brother-in-law himself. We're not close, but he's fine. My issue is his life choices. He's not married, has no intention of getting married or having kids, and dates only for sexual purpose. He dates multiple women, and the only thing he has in common with them is that, like him, they are extremely good-looking. He's highly intelligent, yet he has no interest in meaningful relationships. I spoke to him about his choices a few years ago, and after accusing me of being moralistic, he claims that he always uses protection and he never leads the woman on, which I call BS on, as I can't imagine any woman with an interesting ticking biological clock would willingly be in a relationship which she knows doesn't have a future. Not to mention, what woman would want to be with someone who may not even remember your name in a year's time? I mentioned this to my husband, however, he called me an asshole and said that it was ridiculous to limit our daughter's access with her uncle just because I don't agree with his legal dating choices. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
I think so too.
Why does it
I
matter
also
who he
say
fucks and
yes.
dates as
Like,
long as he's not like a rapist? Drug
I
addict?
agree. It doesn't matter about
I think
his
she's
dating
into
life.
him.
I think she's into him too. And I also think that maybe she has problems with her marriage and she's jealous that he gets to live his
Yeah.
life.
Like, there's nothing really wrong with, like, yeah, that's your child, so if you want to dictate, like, oh, you know, I don't really want this person to spend a lot of time
Yeah, but
around
it's
my child.
family.
Yeah, but
And he's not
sometimes,
an asshole.
yeah.
He just fucks bitches. Good for him. He's
Yeah,
playing
no, that's
it.
fine.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, like, you need to have, like, a legit reason, I feel like,
Yeah.
to feel that way.
Yeah.
And just because he sleeps around and he's content with his, like,
Right?
bachelor
Yeah,
lifestyle,
that
why is
doesn't
that
mean
any of her
anything.
business?
It doesn't,
And
especially
why does
with
it
your
matter if
kid,
he like
like,
doesn't
why
have
does
like
it matter?
STDs? Like what?
Exactly, and
Huh?
wouldn't you rather have like a, you know, just because he does that with his dating life, that doesn't mean he wouldn't be a good uncle.
Yeah, right.
It has nothing to do with
project
it.
like all of his
not like he's
non-father
trying to date
abilities
his
onto
niece.
Exactly, like you would rather have your daughter have like a big, nice, supporting family rather than like cut off her
Yeah.
uncle.
Why
just
don't we
because
talk
of
to
his
this
dating
uncle? Oh, he
choices.
fucks bitches.
Yeah, for real. Like exactly. Like she, like if that daughter's a teenager, she's like, "Yo, where's my uncle?" And her dad is like,
Awesome.
"Sorry, your mom wouldn't let you talk to him because he fucks bitches." She'll be like, "What?" Like it makes no sense.
Ridiculous.
All right, next one. Am I the asshole for not going to my daughter's wedding? The
Yes.
wedding was on March 25th, which coincides with my other daughter's birthday. She was born March 25th, 2022, and she was barely 3 months old when she passed away.
She's dead.
My wife
Wait. She had her wedding on the dead daughter's
birthday.
That's
But
kinda fucked
the
up,
daughter
too,
had
but-
died. What I'm guessing, considering that it was only 3 months ago, the wedding was probably well planned before the daughter died.
Maybe.
That's
Why
my
would you
that's
do
my
it on that
assumption.
date,
That's
though?
my
It's on
assumption.
the birthday, no?
That's my assumption. But
why
like
would you still do it on
their
that date? You
their
get to choose your
wedding,
date.
the
Yeah, that's
day
weird.
no, but what I'm assuming is that they had probably booked the venue already
Okay, but
when
why
the
would you
baby had died. But apparently, according to this, the day March 25th has like it means something in their relationship. Also,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So My wife, not my eldest daughter's mother, has been wanting to celebrate our daughter's life on the day of her birth. I also didn't feel it appropriate to leave my wife on this day since she is still grieving as I am, and we haven't fully come to terms with things. When my eldest daughter was planning her wedding, I told her I'm doubtful I'd be there if she chose this date. I understand March 25th is significant to her relationship, and that's why she chose it, but it just wasn't feasible for me. I was not even in a good place mentally on that day. It was a day of tears. Obviously, there was a lot of guilt about missing my eldest daughter's special day, but I honestly don't know if what I did was wrong. Her side of the family has been sending me a lot of scathing messages, particularly her mother. Am I the asshole? I feel like my opinion is going to be different.
Why did you like flex your
Mine
nose?
too.
Because I had an itch. My opinion, I feel like, is going to be different. I would say she is the asshole.
Who, the mother
Why?
or the daughter?
The mother who didn't go to her daughter's
Yeah,
wedding.
it's your fucking daughter's wedding.
Because
bro. Just
it's like,
go.
listen, I understand you have a dead daughter, but like you have a living, daughter.
Exactly.
Why wouldn't you want to, because if you don't go to your daughter's wedding, like she has probably been imagining you, her mother, like in her wedding for years. Like for her mom to be there on her special day and then you don't want to go. It's like, I understand that it would be a day of sadness, but it's like when you're a parent, like you have to make sacrifices for these types of things.
Yeah.
And it's like, you have a living daughter. Like, why would you want to ruin the relationship with your daughter just because you have a dead daughter?
I
Yeah,
agree.
When you put it that way, I understand it more because I was gonna kind of say like, I feel like they're both not really the asshole. Like, if the parents want to grieve because it's still like a fresh death, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But they should also I feel like the daughter should be understanding for her passed away sister, but the parents should also be understanding that that date is important to the daughter and the partner. So if they just have to do their separate things that day, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I just go to the fucking wedding.
I think
You'd
she should
regret
have
it.
went
You'd
to the
Even if
regret
you
wedding.
didn't
Future.
stay for the reception,
Yeah, just
At least go for the
right?
ceremony.
See them kiss,
Exactly.
Take
Like
their
it's like
vows.
literally like 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we're all in agreement about that one. Okay.
How would you guys want to get married?
What do you mean how?
Like, well, first, how would you like to be proposed to? And then what kind of like venue would you like? Like, would you want to get married at a church, beach?
Honestly, for
And
like the
then your
proposal,
reception.
I would want like a big thing. Like
Yeah,
I would
I
want
want
it to be
something
like
nice.
something
Yeah,
nice.
I would want a big thing. But here's the thing: I wouldn't want like a dinner, and then I bite, and then there's my ring.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that
I
either.
want something
I want
unique.
something
Yeah.
unique.
that's specific to our.
I would never want to
relationship.
be proposed to at like Disney
Oh yeah,
or
fuck
like one of those
that.
places.
Uh-uh.
I would want something like I would want it to be personal. So it's like, I would want like if
Okay, would you want a big crowd?
depends. I mean, I wouldn't mind it if my friends were there and like my family.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't mind that
honestly.
either.
I would be okay with it either way.
I would definitely want it recorded.
I would
Yeah.
want it recorded
My
too, which is
man
why I'm
would
low-key leaning
record it.
towards yes. Like I would want my friends and family
Or,
there just so that like
get a
someone could record it.
photographer or something.
Yeah, or no,
Yeah.
just set up a phone somewhere. bro.
Yeah, like
want
I
that
would
shit
want
recorded.
something. It doesn't have to be huge. Like I'm not asking for like a whole like band and like a
Yeah,
whole
you don't
like
have to take,
setup.
Yeah, but I want something.
But like something
unique,
nice.
Like
something,
the venue
yeah.
of the proposal is important. Like don't
Yeah.
propose in like the middle of a mall.
Yeah, don't do
Alright,
that. That shit
reminds
is
me of one
terrible.
Alfredo.
What?
Are you doing outside in the middle of CVS? Okay, but that's cute.
No, but like
That's
that's
cute.
like a Valentine.
Yeah, but
It's
I
just,
know.
like,
I'm
some
just
dumb
saying, like,
shit,
I
you
think
know?
it's funny.
If it's
Imagine
like
he
a proposal,
proposed
I
to
would
you
want something
while you're
nice.
buying like
you know?
condoms
Bro.
and
Oh
fucking
my
CVS.
god,
You know what I
terrible.
mean? You're just picking your birth
Terrible.
control prescription. And the
Terrible.
wedding, I would want either in a church or like next to a beach. Not on the beach.
Not
Next
on
to
the
a
beach.
beach. Next to. I want those waves.
Yeah.
I hear them.
I recently just went to a wedding and it was in a church.
A church
And-
is so beautiful.
Like
Yeah,
churches are very nice. The only thing is like when you have a wedding in a church, you don't really have much control over like what the minister says and things like that, whatever. So like they could make it very like God based.
I mean, you can
And that's not
ask
really
them.
something
No,
that
you
I
can ask
like.
them.
You can ask them, but like either way, like they're still gonna talk
But here's
about
the thing,
God.
if you're getting married in a church, you have to have all your sacraments done.
Yeah.
So
you
you
have
have
do your
to.
communion,
You people
your
have to be
confirmation.
semi-religious if you want to get
Yeah,
married
that's
in
the
a
thing. And
church.
like, I'm baptized and I make communion.
Well, here's the thing. You can do your sacraments when you get married.
Well, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
My mom did it because
Yeah, I'd do
she wasn't confirmed. She
Yeah,
just got
I
baptized
didn't do
and
my
she did
confirmation
communion.
either.
I didn't do my
Yeah.
confirmation either. I just made communion.
I didn't even do that.
am too.
Really?
Yeah, like Alfredo has all his done.
Were you
but
baptized?
I was, but
Yeah.
I went to religious instructions to do it, but I never finished it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they wanted me to continue. Or my parents asked me like, "Do you want to continue for confirmation?" And I was just like, "No," because here's the thing. I got to leave school, elementary school, early on Wednesdays to go.
You had yours on Wednesdays?
Yeah, dog.
Mine
You're
on
yours.
Saturdays.
Mine was on
Losers.
Sundays.
Bro, I had my shit on school. I got to leave early.
Mine was
on
after
Wednesday.
church.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
mine was on Sundays after mass,
Mine
and then
was
we went
Wednesday.
to school.
I had the option. I had.
Yes, we had
I
mass.
had the option to
on
Sunday
Sunday
or Wednesday.
mornings.
Me too.
And then after mass, there was a school across the street
Yeah.
where we had our Jesus classes. This one is also about weddings, which is weird.
Oh, it's coincidental.
All right.
It's hot.
Okay. My wedding was days ago. My brother attended, but his wife didn't. She was nearing her due date to give birth, and she didn't come. The wedding was going well until my brother received a call from his mother-in-law telling him that that sister-in-law, so her sister-in-law, was in labor. He told me that he was leaving, and my wife and I were fine with that, but the issue began after he had told one of the guests that sister-in-law was in labor. Word spread out, and suddenly everyone was talking about it, which disrupted the evening. Even my parents started calling, and there was a huge fuss, which frankly was unnecessary if my brother just left in silence or made up some excuse. I contacted him later and expressed my grief and frustration with what he did. I told him how the news of his wife being in labor disrupted the wedding and caused my wife to feel like her day was ruined. He lashed out, saying how any of that was his fault. I explained how he should have just left or made up some excuse to leave, but he said he didn't mean any harm and that he was in a hurry and worried at that time. He said it wasn't like he announced it and told me I disrespected him by arguing with him about it. We had a big argument and our parents sided with him, and he told me to get over myself and are now expecting me to apologize. Am I the asshole?
No.
No.
It's your wedding. You know,
Yeah.
and like, what the fuck does everybody need to know that
Yeah,
she's
he
in
didn't,
labor?
he didn't need to tell everybody.
Yeah, like, okay.
I agree.
Yeah, like, you can wait at least an hour after.
I agree.
Right?
Everybody in the comments thought that this guy was the asshole.
Yeah, he is the
No.
asshole.
No, like the guy with the story.
What?
I don't know. I was confused too. I was like,
Bro,
this guy
it's
is
your
not
wedding.
an asshole. It's your
Like,
wedding. I would
be-
understand.
You just ruined my day. Like,
Exactly.
Now everyone's gonna think of my wedding as that baby's birth.
Exactly. And it's just like, no, and people in the comments, like, they were being sarcastic. They were like, oh, like, the baby should have stayed in the womb. Like, they were being sarcastic. And it's like, yeah, it's funny. But, like,
Yes, there's no control over
you know, there's
when
no
you go
control
to-
over it,
I
but
need
it's like, you don't have to
announce it.
tell everybody.
Wait till the baby's born.
Even
That
if you had
way-
told one person, like, at least tell that person, like, oh, make sure
Yeah,
you don't
just,
say
like,
anything.
don't
I really don't
mention
want
it
to ruin their
after,
wedding.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because something like that, you know, it can easily, like, create a
he
problem.
didn't even need to say anything at all. He could have just disappeared.
Yeah, it's like,
and
oh, I
if
gotta
anybody
go.
Yeah, he
was
could have
like,
said,
oh,
like, oh, you know, like, I'm really, like, not
where's
feeling
your
well or something like
brother,
that, and
you
he
know?
could have just left, you
he
know?
had some urgent business to
Like, it
do.
was fine.
Come
Tell
on.
the wife and the husband, the people getting married, and then just don't tell anybody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, because why does it
Just
matter?
leave.
As long as the people getting married know, so they're not upset.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly, and
That's
that's,
the only
fine.
opinion that
Just don't
matters.
tell anybody else. Like, why would you want to, you know, you could tell people
Yeah,
afterwards,
because everyone's gonna
obviously.
be like, oh, they're in labor, and what are you doing now? Okay, they're in labor. Well, what can
Yeah.
you do for them?
Exactly.
Nothing. Like you're just waiting at that
Mhm.
point. At
Exactly.
least when the baby's born, probably an hour would have passed, or so, 30 minutes, whatever.
Labor's a while.
Even
30
longer
minutes.
too. It depends on how fast the
Oh,
labor
what?
is.
My mom was in labor with me for, like, well, no, not me, my brother, for, like, 22 hours.
Okay. Oh, when you said, I thought when you mentioned like they're delivering the baby at that point.
Oh.
That's what I thought of. But yeah, so yeah, with that even being said, some people are in labor for like 2 days.
Yeah, for real. So, no.
And it could have been a false labor. What if it was like Braxton Hicks?
For real.
And then you
And
just
then
ruined
everyone's
your-
worried for no
Yeah,
reason.
you just ruined the wedding. and
Yeah,
for no
not only
fucking
did you
reason.
ruin the wedding, but you worried a bunch of people for no fucking reason.
Yeah, I mean, what are you even fucking worried for? What are they doing?
Exactly, just leave. Don't say anything. Tell them after. Not a big deal.
Damn.
Alright, this one, I also disagreed with the comments on this one.
Uh-oh.
Because I probably
I
would have
disagree.
done the same shit or something similar.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Am I the asshole for screaming at a child and making him cry?
Exciting.
I, male 21, went to eat with some good friends from college to a restaurant that's near the campus. The place is not the nicest, but it's better food than McDonald's, and we usually go there when we want to have a semi-special occasion. This time, the occasion was that the 4 of us had passed our exams. It was lunchtime. The place was not completely full, but full enough. We had bad weather, so we stayed inside. Everyone did. Most people were adults. Then 2 women, an older one and a middle-aged one, came with a baby and a kid around 7 to 10 years old. I was sitting facing the door, so I saw them walk in, but I didn't think anything of it. I'm not someone easily annoyed by kids most times. They took a table in the corner. Our table was around the middle of the room. We were waiting for our food and chatting. The kid was playing with the baby, and they were making a bit of noise, but then again, we were all making noise, as most of us were accompanied and chatting. After our food came in, though, the kid started to wander around. He wanted to read a sign near the door, then one near the back, and then he wanted to go to the bathroom, then he wanted to go outside, etc. It was kind of annoying, but quite easy to just ignore. Should I say that neither of the women that were there with him did nothing to stop him, not at any time. At some point, the kid started to run around while yelling. He was playing with something by himself. He went on, and neither of the women did anything. Other people were looking annoyed too. He even accidentally hit my friend's chair. As we were in the middle table, he started running circles around us. By the third time, he tried passing next to me. I put my arm out to stop him. I told him to stop that and to go sit down and wait until he's home to run around because it's inappropriate to bother other people at a public space. I also told him I'll have him wait outside alone if he doesn't behave, which obviously I was not going to do because I can't. Basically, it was just to scare him off. I honestly don't know how it came out. In my mind, I was quite calm, but apparently I was screaming at the kid. The kid started to cry, and then, I assume, his mom came in and told me off for yelling at him, and how he's just a kid and was playing and such. I told her I wouldn't have had to do anything if she would have told the kid to stay quiet before. Some guy from the staff came in and asked what happened. She told him I had yelled at the kid. I told him that yeah, I did, but calmly explained why I did it. He said that we should just let this go for once and that next time the staff will manage the situation before anything else happens. The woman was fuming, so they left. My friends told me that I did in fact scream at the kid, but they were annoyed too, and they said they were going to complain to management over this kid. I honestly think that would have been the best idea, and now I think that I took the wrong turn here. Am I the asshole?
Absolutely
semi-agree.
the fuck not.
Okay.
I don't
feel
think that he's an asshole.
I feel like he should have yelled at the parents.
No, what is that gonna do?
The parents, like, they're not gonna do anything.
Okay, but if you yell at the parents, you can then yell at the kid.
Okay.
You know, it's like a pathway. Or just go to management. Management will go to the kid.
I feel like he shouldn't have said the thing about, like,
Wait
he'll have
outside,
the kid wait outside. Like, you have no control over that whatsoever. But I am so tired of, specifically, like, I'm bringing this into where we work. People just let their kids run around.
I agree.
They think the fucking world is a playground, and it's not. Like, you can't go to the fucking toy section, and just because there's toys, let your kid run wild and fucking dribble all over stuff, and fucking, like, stick shit in their mouth. Like, you know, run around and shit on the floor.
That's how your kid gets sick, too, for real.
Ah.
Like,
If your kid gets sick because you let them do stupid shit, they fucking deserve it. And so
yeah,
do
plus
you.
for real, especially if your kid is, like,
Cancel me.
let's just say this kid was, like, 10.
Ass.
If your kid is 10 years old, they should know better rather than to run around a restaurant. Like, if my kid was doing that, I'd be like, bro, like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's like, you have to have etiquette of, like, you have to have, what's the word I'm looking for?
Discipline?
No, like, consciousness of the people around you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of agree with the guy, and it's not like he, like, cursed out the kid or, like, said anything, like, terrible to him. Him saying, like, oh, I'll make you wait outside. Obviously, he can't do that, and he said that in the thing, that it was just to kind of scare him. Which is, like, bro, if you cry after being, like, disciplined by somebody, like,
I guess if it's a stranger.
you have obviously not disciplined your kid enough.
Mm-hmm.
If a stranger yelled at me when I was a kid, I would be like, you know, whatever. Because
I'd probably be scared.
I feel like I didn't act out as a kid because
Yeah,
I know how
I
my
just wasn't a
mom
fucking
would
idiot
react.
kid. I was too shy.
when I was a kid, like a kid, so like 4 or 5,
Yeah.
I would be really bad in restaurants and shit like that.
Mhm.
Best believe
I was fucking
my
shy
mom
as
put me in
shit.
check.
No.
Put me in check.
My mom had me locked down.
I was not allowed to do that,
She
bro.
was deadass like, if you embarrass me, you're not gonna like what happens.
See, no, I just like
That's
I wouldn't
right.
even
Yeah,
do any
bro.
of that. I just like would tell my mom what I wanted and be quiet until the waiter left.
I don't think he was in the wrong either. I would have done the same
I just
thing.
didn't agree with that one part of the story, but
Yeah,
people
but
need to
besides-
control their kids.
Again,
is the
people
moral of
in the
story.
comments said that he was an asshole, which I completely disagree. Like, none of
Control
y'all
your kids.
on the comments of Reddit know how to raise y'all kids.
And I'm not saying if your kid acts up, you need to beat them.
Well,
Just
obviously
tell them
not.
fucking
Just tell
stop.
them to calm down and
Yeah.
make them sit
Yell at
down.
him, yo.
Like, sit down.
Like, you could easily get your kid to sit down.
yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
talking
it's...
about. Yeah, but because people spoil their kids, you know, they let them do
Instead
whatever
of
they want. They let them
spoil
get away
them,
with
they
murder.
Especially in this
Don't
day and age
raise
where we
them.
have like iPads and stuff like that, like the kids are like so distracted by those things. You could literally put an iPad in front of their face and
I
boom,
hate iPad kids.
Yeah.
boom, they're down.
My
Like,
cousin.
Yeah, like it's that they all fucking they sit weird. They fucking on the iPad. Like I can't.
My
It's
cousin is an
disgusting.
iPad kid. Like a couple years ago, we went to a restaurant, and like so it's just me, her mom, and my cousin, and we're ordering food, and she doesn't eat. My cousin, she doesn't order food or anything because she's just playing on the iPad. But then when our food comes, her mom takes the iPad away and she literally starts throwing a tantrum. We left the restaurant. She took her coat off in retaliation and threw it on the floor and just kept walking.
Is this the one who wants me a frog?
Yes. No,
that's
not
why
that.
I would never like,
Girl, and I'm like,
especially
okay,
when my
behold.
kids are young.
Good for you. Like,
I would never like want my kids to have like that reliance.
Mm-mm.
Like I didn't grow up with that.
Oh
iPad.
yeah, no, I was gonna say, what happened to fucking conversation with
For
your parent when
real,
you go out
like
to
what
eat?
happened to like?
Shit, I love doing that.
For real.
I still do that. Take
Like,
my
I
dad
feel
out.
like I'm so happy I didn't get technology. Like my first phone until I was like 10 or 11.
I didn't get my first phone until I was probably in 7th grade.
Me too. I was like 12.
It was
or
an
something.
iPhone 6.
I think
I had my SE that I had, my 5SE. I had the phone for maybe like 3 or 4 months. I was very excited to have it because I went from my 5C to my SE. And so basically there was a bomb threat at my high school.
What?
Yeah, there was a bomb threat and everybody had
Oh,
to
I remember
evacuate.
hearing about that, actually.
Yeah, everybody had to
It was a bunch of
evacuate
my high
and
school.
we went to across the street and we all had to go into like kind of like where the field is, like the soccer field.
Yeah.
And
Girl, you
as
naming shit.
as I was walking, there was like this piece of concrete and I tripped over it. And keep in mind, I had my headphones in because when I was in high school, I always had my wired headphones. They were always in.
Fire.
And so I fell flat on my face. Phone, I had like a case on it from Claire's, so it was not protective at all.
Claire's.
Flew across the concrete.
Ugh,
My headphones got ripped out, but the jack got stuck inside.
no.
Yeah, and then I had to like try to like get it out, and my phone was shattered completely.
I never
just
cracked
shattered.
a phone.
And I had to
cracked a
live
phone.
like
Never
that
cracked a phone.
for mad long. I had to live like that for another like 3 years
That's
until I got a new
terrible.
phone.
That's terrible.
And I had an OtterBox on my
They
phone
suck,
after
bro.
that because
Yeah,
it had the
they're
screen so
gross.
that in case water got in my phone or anything like that, it wouldn't because the screen was there. And it was this ugly ass OtterBox too. It was like lime green and gray. It was
Ooh.
disgusting. My phone was rough.
I also
Rough.
had a lime green case on my phone. It was lime green and black. That was my
I've
OG.
always had like a black. Oh, one time I had a Wonka bar phone case.
A what?
You know Willy Wonka?
Oh.
The Wonka bars. And it would like, be
Oh.
a peel that looked like a chai bar and have a golden ticket.
When I was in middle school, I had a phone case. I remember it so vividly. It was a hot pink phone case with a giraffe with sunglasses like sticking out of the top. It was like one of those like 3D
I always wanted the
stupid ones.
bedazzled phone cases.
Yeah.
Low-key.
And we saw one in Five Below, and it wasn't my size. I was so upset. I needed a phone case. Mine is terrible.
Me too. Mine's
Yeah.
getting dirty.
Mine just has like a fucking stain from the sweat on my fingers. Like
Mhm.
it's terrible.
And you can't wash them. They're like
Yeah.
Tupperwares.
Yeah. It's time for bed.
Yeah.
It's time for
You
bed.
join us next time. Follow the Instagram Pookie Night Productions.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like and comment.
Comment. Like what should we talk about?
Give us topics, yo. Watch original comments.
Yeah.
We can't say that. We can't say. We can't ask for comments.
Oh,
Comment.
by the way, I know we got 100 views, and I have a mic. The mic is right here. I just do not have the plug to set it up to the computer right now, so I did not lie to y'all. I kept my word. I have a mic. With my 100 views, I just can't set it
We're
up right
looking
now.
at these mics on Amazon too.
Yeah.
So
So listen, I'm not playing.
we ain't liars.
We're not liars.
1,000 views, we'll get a camera. Doesn't have to be a nice camera.
I mean, listen. I feel like the
We can
phone
all
is better
pitch
quality
in.
than like a shitty camera we're gonna get, right?
But
All right, guys.
All right. Peace out.
peace from the Pookies.
Peace from the Pookies.